And I don't give a shit who gets upset. This is disgusting. If she wants to vote Harris Walz, she can do it all she wants. But to say the reason she's doing it is because of Tim Walz's stance on LGBTQ, F you, Taylor Swift. And F all of the people who want to see these children have body parts chopped off and watch them sterilized under the age of consent, and then will ride off to their multi-gazillion-dollar mansions, never to think of them again.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope all's good wherever you are. In this video, I'm going to play a short clip of Megyn Kelly's show where she absolutely went off on Taylor Swift endorsing Kamala Harris. Let's get it. I'll give you my thoughts on the back end.
Taylor Swift just endorsed Kamala Harris. Taylor Swift, yeah. She posts a picture of herself with her cat. Would you look at this? You can, of course. Like, you can kiss your sales to the Republican audience goodbye, Taylor. Hope you enjoyed them while you had them. And this is what she posts. Like many of you, I watched the debate tonight. If you haven't already, now's a great time to do your research on the issues at hand and the stances these candidates take on the topics that matter to you most. As a voter, I make sure to watch and read everything I can about the proposed policies, etc. Recently, I was made aware that an AI of me falsely endorsing Donald Trump's presidential run was posted to its site, blah, blah, blah. And the simplest way to combat misinformation is with the truth. I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I am voting for Kamala because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them. I think she's a steady-handed, gifted leader. And I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we are led by calm and not chaos. I was so heartened and impressed by her selection of her running mate, Tim Walz, who has been standing up for LGBTQ rights, IVF, and a woman's right to her own body for decades. Oh, my God. So this woman is fine with his plan to take custody of the children from parents who don't want them to chop off their body parts and put them in Minnesota court's custody so the body parts can be chopped off and they can be sterilized outside the custody of their parents. That's what led Taylor Swift to endorse him. Can I tell you something? I criticized her about 6 months ago when she came out strongly in favor of, she went to a fundraiser to raise money for Hamas, supposedly Palestinians, but the group that was doing the fundraising was known to funnel the money to Hamas. And I said, people should boycott her. It was an offhanded comment. People went nuts. Some lunatic dropped a note in my personal mailbox outside my house begging me not to boycott Taylor Swift, as though I have that power. I'm allowed to criticize Taylor Swift, and I don't give a shit who gets upset. This is disgusting. If she wants to vote Harris Walz, she can do it all she wants. But to say the reason she's doing it is because of Tim Walz's stance on LGBTQ, F you, Taylor Swift, and F all of the people who want to see these children have body parts chopped off and watch them sterilized under the age of consent, and then will ride off to their multi-gazillion-dollar mansions, never to think of them again. Emily, this is unbelievable. The left is losing its mind. She signed it Taylor Swift, childless cat lady.
Oh, how cute. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly, it's not just that she's okay with everything you just described. It's that she actually actively supports it. And yet we can't even get a damn question about things like the Radical Equality Act or the CNN Gender Transitions for Undocumented Immigrants report. We can't even get one question about it. But Taylor Swift is going to get applauded for coming out and endorsing this ticket for the reason of Tim Walz's LGBT policies and Kamala Harris's LGBT policies, which again, if you go to her website, cites very clearly that the cornerstone of it is basically the Equality Act, which is a radical piece of legislation. The vast majority of the country, the audiences of all of the glossy magazines that are now about to clap for Taylor Swift and Yas Queen her, the people that read those magazines don't like this stuff. They don't know about it because the media won't ask a freaking question about it in a debate. But Taylor Swift is also doing this, it should be noted, because Brittany Mahomes came out just a few days ago. She's been saying she supports Donald Trump. She liked a Trump post on Instagram, got a ton of heat for it. They were sitting apart from each other at the Chiefs game, and all of the speculation was bubbling up about whether they had broken their friendship over Donald Trump. Then they sat together again at the US Open, and Taylor Swift got all kinds of heat for being friends with a Trump supporter, and now she rolls out an endorsement right after the debate. That is absolutely not a coincidence. It's a calculated public relations move.
This pair, Taylor and her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, are the epitomes of elite snobs. They both have gazillions of dollars. She doesn't care what happens to these kids, just like he doesn't give a shit what happens to all the young men who take that Pfizer booster he's been pushing on them. I'm sure he's totally fucking clueless about the myocarditis taking the lives of young men in this country who didn't need the shot to begin with, never mind a booster. Where's Travis Kelce going to be? Because those are his fans. Where's he going to be when these boys wind up with heart scarring that causes heart attacks and potentially death? They will be sitting in their mansions in Rhode Island and California and New York and jetting across the world saying, let them eat cake, because they'll be bathing themselves in their own sanctimony, too obsessed with their money and their concerts and their football games to have a thought for those they've hurt. Okay. It's just another night after a regular debate hosted by regular moderators in a regular media world. Emily and Rich,
I thought you started
love you guys.
I thought you started hot at the beginning.
I agree with her 100%. The fact that we're doing double mastectomies to young girls, 13, 14, 15-year-olds, castrating young boys is sick and disgusting. Now, she dislikes Tim Walz. I absolutely despise Tim Walz. The guy gives me the heebie-jeebies and the creeps. Why is it every time we see him in public or coming to an event, he's got that big goofy smile on, waving his hands around like he just won the Miss America pageant? Every time you see this man, looks like he just won a pageant. Now, I will say one thing. When it comes to celebrities, I think we should just leave them alone. Not in the sense that I don't want to hurt their feelings, in the sense that they're all leftists. All of them. And I think if we just don't pay attention to them, we don't give them the time of day. I say this as I'm making this video, but at the same time, I think in the long run, that's better. Just ignore them completely. Because whoever you like music-wise, or whatever director or actor you like, there's a good chance, like 90% of them are leftists. I'm a big Quentin Tarantino fan, like his movies. He's a raging leftoid. When it comes to music, most of the people that I like probably vote liberal. I'm a big Pearl Jam fan, grew up in the 90s, born in the 80s. They're super liberal. The thing is, if you're into movies or if you're into music and you only listen to artists that have your political view, you'll probably listen to 7 country dudes and a couple of rappers. That's probably going to be it. You know, like, I don't think we should care what they think. And I also think that they should just shut the F up. Why damage yourself? And like, Taylor Swift's a billionaire probably at this point, right? So she probably doesn't care. But why damage your brand by picking a side? That's how I feel about the whole Bud Light thing too. Just sell your shitty beer to everybody. Don't get political. I run a business. I don't care who buys a home from me or who rents an apartment from me, what their political stance are. If you got the money, I will take it. I'm an evil capitalist. I don't care. A lot of these companies, they just kill themselves, right? You look at John Deere and Harley Davidson with the woke stuff. Just try to make the best motorcycle possible and shut the F up. Same goes for celebrities. Swift, De Niro. No one cares what you have to say about politics. Most of them have no idea what they're talking about anyway. Like Megyn Kelly just said. They do something for some attention, then they get on their private jet and go make their music, they go on tour, and they're not at all affected, really. Like Taylor Swift was somebody who said that, oh, if Trump wins the election, you know, when he was president, before he became president, that she was going to leave America. She's still there. All the leftoids that said that, still there. They're so disconnected from Mr. and Mrs. Average American, like the middle class, that who cares what they think? Seriously, who cares what Taylor Swift think? Don't base your political opinion or who you're going to vote for based on who your favorite actor or musician votes for. Because there's a good chance they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. Help your boy out. If this is not your first time watching my videos and you're still here, hopefully this is a video in which I can earn your subscription. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.